Hi there, my name is Michelle and welcome to my channel. I make time-lapse videos of how I did my paintings. For this video, I was going to paint a brilliant, colorful night sky with the Milky Way in the background. So I roughly sketched in the positions of where things are supposed to be, where the horizon is, etc. I was painting on a black canvas, but I had also painted 2 layers of gesso that was mixed with black acrylic color as I don't have black gesso. So it's actually a lighter tone of black instead of pure black. There were a lot of blending in this painting, as you can see. Blending from dark to light or light to dark is pretty straightforward and pretty fast. But when blending 2 very different colors, take a little more care. What I usually do is I will paint the 2 colors on where they are supposed to be. Then I will take a bit of each color and mix it on the palette and paint in between the 2 colors. Then slowly blend the edges of these colors further, while being careful not to overblend, and also wipe the paint off the paintbrush often while blending. Otherwise, you'll find yourself blending forever and still don't get a smooth transition. Then I painted the silhouette of some rocks in the shallow water. I will further refine the rocks after I painted the second layer of colors. As the orange color is transparent, it's a little difficult to completely cover the black canvas color. After 2 layers, it's still a bit see-through. I had to be very light-handed when painting the orange color part. It would help a lot if the first layer is completely dry. But I didn't wait, I painted the second layer on the second day, so the colors were only partially dried, hence I need to be very light-handed. The way to paint the Milky Way is to get an old paintbrush where the bristles are split open. Then you can dab on the colors and it'll look like random stars. Try to go slow here. Slowly dab in the shapes and take care to leave the empty grooves in the Milky Way, which to me looks a little like roots. I kind of painted that a little too straight, and I tried to correct that in the later part. Towards the end, I carefully dab in the brightest part in the Milky Way. For the billions of stars in the background, I used a stiffer round brush using colors with a lot of medium so that it's liquid enough to be sprayed onto the canvas. I did not use pure white as that would be too stark. I had mixed the white with some dark purple and also some dark blue. Some of the spots were too big, which as you can tell, it doesn't make sense. So I corrected that by painting over it a little. Here I painted the outlines of the buildings in the far distance, then some more shadows of gentle waves in the shallow water. I then painted the reflections of the light from the buildings with a darker tone first, being careful here not to paint over the shadows of the waves. Then adding a very bright color on top really made the reflection pop. Next, going over the rocks again to give them a more defined shape. Lastly, adding a shooting star to complete the painting, and it's all done. That's all for this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video. Bye!